So in today's short video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the Nike Pegasus Trail 4. So first up, the reason for buying this shoe, the Nike Pegasus Trail 4, is that almost a year ago, or exactly a year ago now, I was sent this, the Nike Pegasus Trail 3 Gore-Tex. So if you haven't watched this review that I did about a year ago, maybe go and watch that one first, because this turned out to be one of the best shoe finds I've had for years, and it was all by accident. I'm still using it now, but it's just a bit battered and it's carrying a bit of extra weight from the water and debris that it's been through. But it turned out to be a great shoe. So we are now in late autumn again, and I decided that I need a shoe that is good for the road, light trail and the canal path, which I'm going to be doing a lot of running on in the next few months. What I'll do is list all the specifications of the shoe below in the description so that we can get straight into talking about the actual shoe. So I guess the best place to start before you even go for a run are the differences between the Trail Pegasus 4 and the Trail Pegasus 3. So while the Trail 3 has been great on good trail and woodland trail in quite dry weather, as soon as it come up against anything wet or muddy, then you were slipping and sliding around a little bit. So yes, it's been a great shoe, but it's been specific to hard pack trail. Now the outsole, or the grip, on the Pegasus Trail 4 is slightly different to the old version. So once we get into late autumn and winter, when I'm going to be running more on the lanes, I can't really wear a typical road shoe. I still need something with a bit of grip. Next up, another obvious difference is in the toe box, where I think I called it a big blob of blue tack at the front. Yes, it protected you a little bit against roots and rocks if you kicked them, but I think it was more important for just keeping the integrity of the shoe and stopping them from wearing down. Some good protection at the front there. That's not the case with the Pegasus Trail 4. Now granted, this isn't a Gore-Tex version, I'm not even sure if they do one yet. Time will tell if that's a problem when I'm kicking roots or rocks, but more importantly, if they're just going to fall apart at the front running lots of trails. Same kind of goes with the laces. There was quite a bit of protection for the laces there that isn't on these. Now the Trail 4 is a little bit lighter, so they've made some good savings in weight on the shoe. Hopefully that means on the sessions where I'm feeling good or it's a little bit flatter, we can push on and have a little bit more spring in our step. One other thing I've noticed just coming from the house to the trail where I'm going to be running is that you sit a little bit deeper in the shoe. One of the slight issues I had with the Pegasus Trail 3 is that when I was twisting and turning or traversing in the woods especially, I felt like I was sat quite high in the shoe and my ankle wasn't too stable. So hopefully just sitting a little bit deeper in that shoe will give me a bit more confidence. So the plan today is to just spend 10 or 15 minutes running easy, get into it. I'm still kind of coming back from injury, but feeling pretty good. Then hopefully a good 30 minutes, maybe 40, of moderate effort level, which should be perfect for testing out these shoes. So what are my first impressions of the Nike Trail Pegasus 4? I've done about an hour in them along the canal path like you just saw. Compared to the old style of Pegasus 3, I think they are a little bit tighter through the front, through the toe box. Obviously no rocks or branches that I could have risked kicking, so time will tell there. I am going to have to take it out on the woodland trails and on the hard pack stuff, so I'm going to keep you updated. Okay, so a quick costume change, mainly because it's the next day, so we've jumped in time on the shoe review, mainly because at the end of that hour run down the canal, as I was trying to kind of recap how I felt about the shoes, I realised that all I could pretty much say was that they were comfy. So that flat kind of good trail path, nice to run on, nice run. They felt comfy, a little bit springy, but they weren't the trails like I am used to and like a lot of people are going to be using them on. So what I've done is took them out again. We are on the same trails that I used for Nike Pegasus 3 this time last year. So pretty much like for like on a test run, and then I can give you a bit of a better rundown. The grip update seemed to work well really on the uphill, downhill kind of loose gravelly stuff. Really good, really confident moving downhill. Any kind of twist and turns on what was old mountain bike trails, they were really good actually. Sitting a little bit deeper in the shoe, again, gave me a little bit more confidence with the foot stability and the ankle wasn't moving around too much. Flexibility in the shoe is enough for my liking. It's pretty good actually. Did finish the run with about a mile on the roads and they felt really comfortable, if I'm honest there. So yeah, if you are living in an area like myself where the lanes just get muddy at this time of year, or kind of lots of debris all over the roads, and you can't really get away with a road shoe, which I can't, now we get into October, November, then this is going to be my go-to shoe, I think. Although I've bought it for the trails, I'm going to be wearing it more on the lanes and the roads, and then if I've got an easy run up on the trails on good hard packed ground, then I'll be happily wearing them too. But also these days, running shoes are that expensive. If these end up to be durable and you can pick them up for around £100, then I'm quite happy with that. Some of the downsides being, although they've updated this grip on the outsole, it still didn't deal very well with the kind of surface mud or that kind of greasy layer sticky stuff. I think pretty much every time I hit any of that stuff, my heel felt like it went from underneath me, which again doesn't kind of fill you with confidence if you want to run a little bit quicker. Now this part might be a little bit more personal to me, but I did find now in the heel, it slightly changed, and anytime I went uphill I was slipping quite a lot and my heel was lifting from the sole of the shoe. Now on the Pegasus 3, on the Gore-Tex model that I had, it was more of a sock liner that used to grip the sock, and there was no debris getting in there. It didn't use to move on any uphills or any traversing, so yeah, I'm not sure if that will be the same on the Gore-Tex version of this. I'll have to check. Also, I went through quite a few puddles in these, and my feet at the end were absolutely soaking. They did not drain well, which is pretty surprising because it's a nice light material. My feet felt really comfy, like I said, weren't overheating. So yeah, by the end of the run, my feet were still soaking wet. The shoe was holding lots of water, and I only splashed through a few puddles really. I've tried to keep this review pretty short and just give you what you need, but if you've got any questions about the shoe, stick them in the comments below, and I will see you on the next video.